go to our next topic on here. I kind of want to combine these two topics here because it's happened from the same game. The Boston Celtics met up with the Los Angeles Clippers on Saturday. A big matchup that I didn't even really know was happening. It was not on any of the triple headers on the national TV. That's the game that I feel like should have been the nightcap instead of Warriors Lakers on paper. And of course, obviously, it panned out well for the NBA. But you got the Celtics who are coming into the season. They are the number one team in basketball right now. They are 35-11, and they're pretty much on cruise control, man. But they went home, they got home, and they got absolutely shellacked by the Los Angeles Clippers, man. And I'm not a big Jason Tatum fan. We talk about cool moves. He king cool moves, bro. Like he fools a lot of people. I can't get over the 100 turnovers he had 2 postseasons ago. But this is something to me where I'm not sold. I don't see anything different from this team than I saw in years past. And I don't even know 100% what that thing is that's going to get them over the hump. But, Pav, what have you seen from the Celtics? And do you think, like, is there any change? Is there any way that they could actually win a championship this year? You on mute, dog.
Great. The thing about the Clippers game that people did gloss over was the fact that Porzingis didn't play. Porzingis is very huge for them because he gives them somebody who can do like the other stuff. Like he's a guy, if you need like a post bucket or something like that, you go into Porzingis. That's still a guy who's 7'3", so he obviously is a rim protector. Especially when you put him with that defensive group, he can shine even more. All that being said, you still should lose by 30 at home to the Clippers. Not like that, bro. But the issue with the Celtics is they still have this thing where it's like, if we make a bunch of threes, we win. If we miss them shits, we lose. And it's been the same way since they went to the finals. Where if they make threes, they win. If they miss them, they lose. So that's just the thing with them. They have to find a way to still get those in-between buckets. And like I said, Porzingis didn't play in that game, and he does add a whole lot to their offense. But they just have to find a way to get easier buckets. Like Tatum, there's no reason he shouldn't be shooting 50% from the field. But because he want to shoot because he worked out with Kobe and Kobe told him whatever he told him, and now he think he a guard, so he want to shoot fucking step back threes all day. I just think that the Celtics just make offense harder than what it has to be. Obviously, they are an incredible defensive team, and the defense for the most part will keep them in most games and will allow them to win most games. But offensively, they just don't really get too many easy buckets. And I mean, that they still may be able to get by with that. Like they may have a series where they make more threes than they miss, and the defense can, hold them down and, win some games for them. But like I said, they just don't get very many easy buckets. And it's been the same way since they went to the finals. They just don't get easy buckets.
Yeah, and you're right. They don't get easy buckets. And it's also something when we look at evaluating them, we talk about, this is not a young team. This team ain't young either. Like they've had a lot of playoff battles in their time. They've been together for a long time, and I'm not comparing them to the Dallas Cowboys because the Dallas Cowboys didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and this team didn't make it to the finals a couple years ago. But it's also like, if you don't do this now, when are you going to do it? You know what I'm saying? You just paid Jaylen Brown. You're going to have to pay Tatum soon. That's going to be a ridiculous contract because Tatum's definitely going to want more and deserve more than Jaylen Brown. So they kind of got to get done. But the problem here is, for me, I don't know how they do it because, like you said, their style of play isn't going to change. They're not just going to get easy buckets out of nowhere. That's their philosophy. That's how they always been. Now, I could see them coming out the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference is very much a toss-up. But when it comes to if they do get out the East, now they got to go up against the big dogs like Denver Nuggets or shit, even the fucking Clippers. It's going to be a problem. And there's also things that Joe Mazzulla does that, Ime Udoka did way better. First of all, Joe Mazzulla does not believe in timeouts. Joe Mazzulla, I feel like, doesn't really rally the troops together like he should. I'm not saying the team doesn't respect him or listen to him or anything of that nature, but when you have we have this talented of a team, there needs to be somebody who takes it to the next level, and that's just something I don't think he does. I like the Drew Holiday trading. I think it's going to pay off dividends in the playoffs. But even if you say with Kristaps Porzingis, we've been saying about Kristaps Porzingis for years, can he stay healthy? So you're going to be relying on his health as well. So I just don't really know. To me, we got to treat it as in, until they actually get it done in the playoffs, there's really nothing else to be said about it.
That paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna